If there ever was a time for burning lots of candles and setting up a light show in the chapel, it would be during the season of Epiphany. It is the season of light, a season of starbursts, a season of dreams, and a season of revelation. Epiphany is defined, according to Webster, as to show forth or manifest. During the season of Epiphany, a star appears in the heavens, and Jesus is revealed to the wandering Magi as Christ, the Messiah, a king. And Jesus is revealed as the Son of God at his baptism. The heavens break open in a burst of light. This is my beloved Son. Epiphany is the season of light, and tonight the lights shine down and all around you. What is the message they carry for you? How many portals in heaven are being opened up that you might know that you are nothing less than a beloved child of God? In the season of Epiphany, we are reminded that we too are seekers, and that we too are followers of a star, and that we too are on a journey that leads to Christ and a fuller understanding of God and God's plan for our lives. In many ways, the college experience is similar to the journey of the Magi or the wise men. It's a hard journey on a crooked path, one that is not always clear. We must ask questions along the way. We're not always sure just exactly where we're headed. And when we arrive at our destination, we are often surprised to find that the one we are seeking is not what we expected, not who we expected, and not where we expected. The Magi were surprised to find a baby lying in a manger because there was no place in the inn. And that poor, humble baby Jesus is the King of Kings, the Messiah, the chosen one of God. And the journey to this unexpected place changes everything. One of my favorite parts of the Magi story is the ending. They go home a different way. They do not return to Herod. They do not continue in old ways. They are no longer bound by fear. They have been transformed. Those who seek the star that leads to Jesus are changed forever. The old things pass away and all things become new. When I lived in California, I would take youth groups down into Mexico to do work at this orphanage in the middle of nowhere. And one of my favorite activities was to go on a night hike. We would climb this small hill in the middle of this valley. And once we got on top, we would all lie down in the grass and look up at the stars. We did this year after year after year as we made this trip. And the stars were really bright on that hill in Mexico. There was no light pollution, no city lights to steal away the natural light of the stars. The stars on that hill were always big and bright, just like they are deep in the heart of Texas. We would all just lie down and look up. And it was always silent as each of us would just gaze at the stars. And the stars gazed down upon us. God gave us hopes and dreams. God called each of us by name. And the magic of that place always made things seem possible. The glass was never half empty. It was always at least half full. And the falling stars seemed to fill what was left to overflowing. It's good to have heavenly dreams. It's good to let God into your imagination. The kingdom comes in this world through people who have a dream and go after it. This past week we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose dream transformed our country, a dream that brought the kingdom a little closer to us. When I was on that hill in Mexico, I dreamed about becoming, maybe someday I could become, just maybe I could be a campus pastor someplace. Tonight, we celebrate your dreams, your God-given dreams, dreams that will make a difference in our world. And you know that dream. For some of you, it might be bright and clear, and for some of you, it's just beginning to come into focus. But it's there. It's out there. And it's also inside your heart, especially in those moments when you know that you are loved unconditionally, those moments when faith fills you with courage, those great moments of dreaming, those amazing moments of grace. Tonight, as we worship, I invite you to spend some time just looking at all the light in the room, the stars inside the chapel. And as you do, remember that you are loved and that you are nothing less than a beloved child of God. And let God come into your hearts and your minds, deep into your imaginations, and continue to give you blessed dreams and continue to lead you on that amazing journey that is your life. Amen.